3 balls, 2 sticks, 1 corked nose. Snowman? No. Much, much more. I'm the Wizard of the Blizzard. Ha 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 ha. Now run, you little mountain goats.
Chilling.
I moved to that's it. Actually, like, may I propose that's the intro, because that was scary and amazing. Like, that was so
honestly
good.
motion second.
Yeah, like, that was awesome.
The motion carries.
Run, you little mountain goat.
Chilling.
Running foxes, kill outfit. It's futuristic, like Carnegie the Magnificent. Rewind your VCR, rewind your cassette. Nintendo pilots, flying up ahead. Captain's log, John Luke Picard. Polarized sea of light, the weapon covered side. Out on your street tonight. Don't matter how loud you gotta shout it. Out on your street tonight.
I'm going to fall asleep.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
You're sitting up. You're doing a great job. Look at you.
You think I'm sitting
Fucking
up.
look at you.
You just think I'm sitting.
But my gut is actually holding my body up in a laid down state.
I honestly,
is a hack.
Honestly, pretty good technique.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's a pretty good way to stay awake. Not stay
I'd say
awake.
stay
Excuse me,
awake.
not
Stay
stay
up.
awake. Stay up is what I meant. Yeah.
Stay sitting up. Stay seated
Hey,
up.
maybe that's a mistake. Maybe now you've made a mistake.
No.
Just lay all the way down. just really get in there.
Jesus
Oh yeah.
All right, no, well, don't close your eyes.
Yeah, close your eyes, turn away, and
No,
take off the
Matthew.
headphones and don't say anything.
Matthew, no. Me.
Cartoon snoring. Now that's too
That's
far.
way too far. Putting on a cap with a little fuzzy ball on it that's waving in front of your
Oh
mouth.
man,
as you
and he's
snore.
got a one candle
He's
in
got
his
a
hand.
single shaky
A
candle.
single shaky candle.
Night night, boys.
Oh, he's so ready.
Oh, no.
He looks like he's done his whole routine.
Is that warm milk a thing that people apparently drink to go to sleep, according to many things?
Let me test it with my pinky. Why, yes.
Sip sip.
It's an audio medium.
Welcome to Contextual.
God, we're so good at this. We've just gotten so good at this.
My favorite part was sip sip. What was your favorite part?
Me, potentially. If I had to rank it, me was up there.
It's up there. It's no Paddington 2, but
It's no Paddington 2, but it's up there.
You have to clean that little like candle holder that you're holding with your shaky hand. That's a lot of cleanup too.
That's true.
So
That's
you're really
true.
doing it. You're doing a whole vibe.
You're dripping
thing.
wax all over.
Yeah, you know I'm dripping wax.
Yeah, that
Ooh.
does sound like a thing. Is that
Ooh,
a
Bon,
thing?
you dripping wax, my friend. You are dripping wax.
Sounds like something like when you're dropping like an album, like
Yeah, like
recording
onto
something
vinyl,
on a vinyl,
maybe.
yeah.
Everybody,
you're
I'm dripping wax this Friday.
No, that's good. Actually,
good, yeah.
it's like
It's not that bad, actually.
I kind of like that. If that's not a thing, let's make it a thing.
Yeah.
Us, influencers, people that change
Yes.
culture, let's make it a thing.
Contextual deviants dripping wax onto you right now. Welcome. My name is Christian Hagen. We're dripping wax.
Well,
I'm
onto
trying
you
to
just
different
sounds
ways.
aggressive.
Now I'm trying too hard.
yeah,
you're right. You're right.
Scale it
You're
back,
right.
scale
You're right.
it
It's
back.
bad. Scaling it back.
We press this on vinyl.
Yes, when we press this episode of Contextual Deviants for the movie that we're doing on vinyl,
Dripping wax, baby.
we're dripping wax. Welcome to Contextual Deviants. My name is Christian Hagen. Each episode, we watch a movie and then we talk about it through a series of randomly generated critical contexts provided to us via our contextual, a computer. And ho ho Harry Mary everyone, it is our holiday episode for the winter season where it's cold and stuff. And as we always this time of year we're celebrating as friends with me and my bestest friends and co-host hosts, Misters Matthew Bond
Oh ho, Mary, Mary, hallelujah.
and David Gutchie.
I'll have what Santa's having.
Milk and cookies?
Yeah, warm milk.
Warm milk and
Warm milk and
cookies.
shaky candles.
Cheeky candle syndrome.
That'll be the title of my fucking autobiography. Warm milk and shaky candles. It will make no sense to anyone, including myself. I will have forgotten what it means by the time I write the book.
Because of the Alzheimer's.
Fucking end the
That
episode right there. Like, no joke. When this comes out, publish a version of this episode that ends right there. And then the next day, publish the real one.
That just got such a big reaction. That I was expecting.
Such a perfect sound. Oh.
It is sad, though.
It is sad.
No, it's so sad.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's so fucking sad. I'm crying right now. Folks, for our Holly Jolly holiday film this year, we have chosen a stone cold classic, cold in every sense. Everyone's seen it. Everyone knows what it is. Everyone's memorized this movie by heart. It's a family film that never gets old. We've all seen it. We've all seen it. And that is 1998's family fun festival film. Jack Frost.
Do they take this to festivals?
No, but it's got a festival in it.
True, yeah.
So,
Shiver Fest.
starring Michael Keaton, and then the little boy who would grow up to be the lead in the movie Running with Scissors,
Little boy who didn't want to be a big boy, true.
and Kelly Preston, and Henry Rollins.
He's there.
He's sure there. A heartwarming family dramedy about a musician father played by Michael Keaton in
Lovely.
just an absolutely charming performance.
True.
Who has this loving family, but he's got ambitions and dreams to be a big star. And on Christmas Eve, he briefly abandons his family to go on this gig that he has to do in order to get signed to a big record contract. But at the last minute, he decides, nah, I'm going to go back and be with my family for Christmas.
Fatal mistake.
Fatal mistake, because
That's-
then he gets caught in a snowstorm and dies.
Whoops.
And you might think, wow, you just described the entire plot of this movie, I bet. Nope, that's like the first 20 minutes, because then a year passes.
Blink and you miss it, you guys. Seriously.
And yeah, that's true. It's a very fast title card. And wouldn't you know it, he comes back to life as a snowman.
Yeah.
So the rest of the movie is a talking snowman and a little boy
Yeah.
and their hijinks in the 90s. And it's,
It's about what you expect.
I mean,
Classic dad dies, comes back as a snowman, hangs out with his kid, doesn't talk to his wife at all type movie.
Yeah, no surprises there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty straightforward.
It's archetypical to a T.
Exactly. It's like, Joseph Campbell's the myths we live by. You got the old dad dies and comes back.
The old
as a
dad and
snowman.
comes back. Yeah, so yes, you've
yeah.
got the call to adventure, you've got the refusal of the call, you've got the return to normalcy, and then you've got the dad coming back as a snowman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, Snow Dad's better than No Dad, and doing a context is better than not. How would you guys like to do a context based on this movie Jack Frost that we're doing?
I
We're doing
accept
Jack
the
Frost.
premise, but not the introduction.
Fantastic.
What is the saddest ending possible for this movie?
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
What is the saddest ending possible for Jack Frost?
Wow.
Okay. Do we go with the snowboy thing that we had?
Snowboy thing. The snowboy thing.
Where
where the kid also dies and
Yeah.
becomes a snowboy, and then this mother has a snow husband, snow child.
Here's
Hey, Snow Child's better than No Child.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we're all saying. Snow blank is better than no blank. It's true. There are so many things you could fill that with.
Yeah.
Okay, I like Snowboy. That's fun.
Mhm.
Not super sad though. Thank you.
No.
What if boy, real Meat Boy,
Real Meat Boy.
got it in his head that Snowboy was possible,
Oh.
died, and then the mom couldn't bring him back.
Oh, because she didn't,
And
have,
then the
he didn't have a
mom-
harmonica attached to him.
And
Yeah.
he didn't get it, and then the dad's like, "Oh, you got to do the harmonica. Okay, I'll figure it out. You die, and then I'll bring the harmonica, and I'll bring you both back." And then it doesn't work then, so they're both dead, and he's dead, and heaven's not real, so they can't see each other.
Okay.
So the snowman's
pretty sad.
the snowman's just alone now.
Yeah.
Snowman's just alone. That's pretty
Yeah.
sad. That's pretty sad.
Pretty sad.
Here's one.
Ooh, sad me up, baby.
It might be a little bit more sad,
Okay.
which is little boy is able to bring. He thinks he's able to bring his dad back. Unfortunately, it doesn't work.
Wrong.
In the course of trying to chase her son down while he's running away with this snowman, Kelly Preston gets hit by a car and dies. He then tries to bring her back using the same magic snowman powers. Turns out he was imagining the whole thing the first time
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty sad.
and is now unable to imagine a second time. Like he can't make it work. And it is 100% his fault. And he is parentless with two just snow parents in his front yard
that are a figment of his imagination.
who are a figment of his imagination.
and he ends up like institutionalized or something.
Maybe. Or I mean, you would
Yeah.
definitely he would definitely have a breakdown after that, I imagine.
yeah. It sounds like the breakdown had already happened, and
Yes, that's actually
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's fair. This is an extension of it.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's pretty sad.
It's pretty sad.
what's wild is like the ending's already pretty sad.
The ending's already pretty sad.
It's a bittersweet.
Yeah, it's bitter.
Yeah.
It's
He
bittersweet.
at least has a.
He gets to say goodbye.
He's able to say
gets to say
like
goodbye,
a
and,
sentence
like-
to his wife.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's nice. He gets to talk to her on the phone and didn't for longer for some reason.
Yep.
So weird.
Who knows? Maybe Collect Calling was real expensive from that cabin.
This is how many movies in a row have we done where it's like just say anything, explain yourself at all, and this would be over so
Talk.
much faster.
Yeah.
Tuck. To his credit, I do think that Jack Frost, the snowman version, said that he was his dad like a lot.
Many times,
Like,
that's
which
true.
is good. Like he did a good job of that part of the
That's
puzzle.
that's
he
totally
wasn't just like, hi, hello, it's me, a snowman.
Right.
Or just somehow conveniently avoided the really important detail that it was his dad.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
You know, he did a pretty
That's
good
a
job.
good point. He did communicate that to his
Yeah.
son. He didn't communicate to his wife, but he
No,
communicated
which
to his
was
son.
weird, but you know,
No, he never said I'm your dad to his wife
No,
for sure.
not
Yeah,
on
why not?
screen.
Why not? If you're a snowman, why not?
on
All right, can we come up with
screen.
anything sadder than two snow parent,
No.
like a two snow
I
parent?
don't,
Here's the
well,
thing.
we probably could, but I don't want to.
We could. Here's the thing. Yeah, exactly. We could, and there's a Chekhov's dog in this scenario.
Oh, no.
And I don't
Oh,
want
no.
to.
No, we're
go
not
there.
doing
I don't want
Chekhov's
to.
dog.
No.
That is
Listen,
the untouchable.
that's a line we can't.
That's
we
like
can't
the
cross.
break glass in case of sad for this context. It's like there was a dog and he was outside a lot. And
Oh,
I'm not
too
going to
much.
say anything
Nope.
more about it.
Nope.
That is it.
Nope.
That's it.
If
So-
anything, the ending would be the dog left alone, but someone like can like adopt the dog with a new family.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
he's gonna miss his first family, so he's gonna be sad,
that's
but he's
pretty
gonna be
sad,
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's definitely going to be fine. That's the key.
Yeah, no, dogs off the table for this.
Dogs off the
context
table.
forever.
Put the
Yeah.
dog under the table.
Put the dog under the table and let him eat and
And let him
have water.
inside, for God's
And let
sake.
him inside.
inside.
This fucking family.
So weird.
Maybe the saddest ending to this movie is the family getting a great take your care of dogs award for leaving their dog outside all the time.
And getting
So mad at
rewarded
them.
for it. you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like getting recognized. I don't know. I just hate them. I'm just mad.
I'm so mad I can't even
I'm just
say
mad.
it.
I can't even say the thing.
All right. Here's one.
Oh
What?
no.
Don't say
Jack
that.
Frost is able to stay back on Earth
on
for
this
a while
plane.
longer.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically as long as he can stay cold enough, he
pretty
can be
cool.
around.
Yeah, nice.
And in fact, he's able to sort of develop a routine.
Mm.
He's able to reconnect with a lot of people in his life. He can't, play a harmonica or do any of that shit anymore. But
Mm.
he can work. He can have a job. He can have a life.
Nice.
The problem is, as a snowman, it's really hard for him to get around.
True.
So he decides that he needs to get his driver's license
Oh my god.
again. But the problem is,
God damn it.
with his branch arms, he just
little
cannot
branch
maneuver
arms.
the car
No,
correctly.
no, he
And
can't.
he's got coal for eyes.
Yeah.
And
What, you got coal for eyes?
I mean, it's just not tenable. He just can't drive
no,
a
you're
car,
right,
but
it's
but then he can't get around anywhere, and he's just stuck alone. And Charlie Boy grows up, and he starts living his life and doing stuff. His wife's out at work all the time, and he's like he wants to contribute. He's got so much he can do, but he cannot leave his front yard in winter, or
is
the
sad.
cabin in
Or the
summer.
cabin, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is pretty sad.
Is that the extent of it?
that he can't get his driver's license back.
Okay.
Yeah, the key is that he can't get his driver's license.
Oh, okay. All right. I can add to it then.
Okay.
In that case, then also when he's at the cabin by himself, while everyone else is away, he accidentally knocks over a lantern and the cabin starts on fire.
That's good. Yeah,
And no one's able to come and help him. And as a snowman, he melts. So not only does he not get helped out of this thing, he disappears for all intents and purposes. There's no evidence of what happened to him. There's no body for them to find. He's evaporated water, and he goes away to hell,
Into the
and
clouds.
no one gets to say goodbye. His afterlife was somehow more pathetic than his pre-afterlife life.
Yikes. Yeah.
And it goes out in a puff of steam.
Right.
Yeah.
They can't investigate when they come to visit him. It's just like, oh,
Was
he's
that
just gone.
sad enough?
Yeah. Hey, speaking of going on a puff of steam, do you want to move on to another context?
Yeah, we can move on to another context. That's fine. That's fine. I just had to get we had to.
Yeah.
Listen, we didn't
Driver's license people are sad.
It's
the driver's
so
license
sad.
thing and the fires thing. It's a bit from the early days.
Wait,
Listen,
wait.
we didn't do the Michelle
Hold on.
Yeoh thing last week. We have to, or last episode,
Hold
even though she
on.
was in the fucking movie. She was in the other room the whole time. She's there right now.
She's there right now.
And we didn't fucking mention her last year, and I feel so bad about last.
Well, we would have
episode,
embarrassed
I mean.
her. We would.
Well,
have
I
embarrassed
know,
her.
I-
She
but-
doesn't
but-
like watching her own work or hearing about
But
it.
so now that we're doing this, I have to at least bring up the driver's licenses and fire thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay.
Can I?
Is that an old bit? Am I forgetting something?
Yeah,
entirely?
that's
Okay.
been every time this context comes up. One of those two things.
someone loses their driver's license or can't get
or
it again?
can't get their driver's license,
some
and
reason.
then there's some kind of weird fire.
You guys, I'm on the outside of that bit. I've just been sitting
Honestly,
over
we haven't done this context in a very
That's
long
true.
time.
That's actually
and most of the times we did it was, I think, before you joined the show.
Yeah.
And then at a certain
Yeah,
point, we're
I
like,
think almost every time you did it.
and then I think we were like, this is too sad. We're not going to do this one. And
and here we are.
here we are.
So I want to do a little twisting. Of
You're
the
most of
driver's
the audience right now. Like, is this a thing that I'm not aware
Yeah.
of? So I appreciate you asking.
You know what? I'm probably 1/3 of the audience.
Counts people in room.
Yep.
Hold on. Hold on. So he tries to get his driver's license.
Yep.
And I think even he might succeed, or he caves and finds a different way to make money. Maybe as like a carnival act or something. Yeah, because he's got talent.
It's true.
The dude can sing.
Those snowball, like he
And
throws
he can,
snowballs
like-
as like a machine.
Yeah, he can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So like maybe he could work at a ski resort or whatever, making fake snow, something like that. He makes money, and he hires a driver to drive him around in an ice truck.
Mhm.
So that's where he lives. He lives in like the back of a Schwann's delivery van.
Okay.
And that's like his thing. And he like drives around. Maybe he even sells Schwann's. Maybe he becomes like the poster child for that.
Just hucks
That's
the
not
deliveries
bad.
at people's doors.
And
Yeah.
that's actually really fun and nice. The sad part about it
Is he's working for Schwann's?
is that he's sold out. no. The sad part about it is that he one day, real excited, gets in the back of the truck, and the Schwann's person accidentally locks him in there. And what we don't know about this snowman is that we don't know when he dies. Maybe never. And he's just in there forever,
Oh no.
alone in a dark, cold, refrigerated truck. Like maybe they retire the truck and like it's still cold somehow, I guess. I don't know.
That's pretty horrible.
I hate the idea that we don't understand the rules of the snowman, and I think
yeah.
I think there's a way that realistically he
What
just
can I
lives
tell you
out
where I
his
thought
life
you
as
were
an
going with
elf.
that?
Yeah.
I thought you were going that he becomes so invested in his job as the snowman in this Schwann's truck that he
abandoned his kid again.
he stops having time for his kid.
You know what? That's
again.
better.
And Charlie once again loses his father.
Yes.
to
Okay.
his work.
No. So specifically,
Yes. No.
they're about to go on a vacation on Christmas, and then he gets a call.
I gotta
from,
I gotta make a big delivery.
Exactly. Oh, there's this client. He needs his stuff on Christmas.
Somebody's
He
not
needs
getting
to
their
see
Christmas
his
dinner
thing.
on time.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, exactly. And then it starts all over. He throws his kid, his lucky ice cream bar and is like, "This was my first one. I got it when you were born." And he's like, "No, you
He's
didn't."
like,
Dad.
"Fuck you, Dad," and he throws the ice cream bar at him, and then
Yeah.
he dies in a fire.
It's literally just the whole movie,
Yeah,
but
last
again,
minute-
but he's Schwann's instead of a musician.
Last minute, he abandons the delivery, tries to come back, gets into another accident. But this time, there's like a fire involved, and that melts him. And then he
Melts
and
him.
then,
But then he comes back to life,
as the flaming torch from the Marvel universe.
and that's how we get him into the MCU.
Exactly.
Honestly,
Finally.
this went from
think
sad
it works.
to
Yeah.
perfect.
yeah, we'll just ignore the vulture, I guess.
We'll ignore the vulture. Michael Keaton can be two.
He can be too.
He can be two. Fucking Chris Evans did it
Yeah.
Yeah.
as the Human Torch. Also,
Speaking of,
Another just quick one before we move on.
Yeah.
Just an allegory for global warming. All right.
yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's good. Let's do another context.
Pick a director with a distinct style and imagine if they made this movie.
So, what if Jack Frost was made by somebody other than the auteur who made Jack Frost, whose name we can all remember off the top of our heads and wouldn't have to look up?
totally. That one guy.
Yeah.
Christ. Okay, just think about it like this:
Yeah. What about?
a like really hot, like fucking hot. I mean, hot like in terms of their appeal to Hollywood audiences.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like a director.
Well, now it's gonna be mean if you say it and then like
like
what,
a
you mean
really
they're not also
unattractive director. No, a director who has like awards backing behind them
Okay.
is like, listen,
Scorsese.
you can make whatever you want. Well, of course,
Yeah.
you can make whatever you want after this, but you have to make this movie about a talking snowman. What do they? What gets made out of that? Because you said Scorsese, and
Yeah.
honestly, like,
and of
he's
course
already-
says he.
Of
Of
course,
course, Scorsese. That. Thank you. I should have said that the first time.
Of course, Scorsese.
That's so good. And I hope you go to bed at night and think, at least I said, of course, Scorsese.
Yeah.
At least I said, of course.
Sleep like a baby.
me. With your glass of warm milk.
Yeah.
So Scorsese, I've actually been thinking about him a lot lately, sexually. But no, I just mean, like, I was thinking the other day, I was like, has he ever made a movie with an actual hero in it? And as we discussed, Bon and I discussed this off mic, Hugo is the only one I could think of,
Yeah.
which would be the closest equivalent to this movie.
because there's some magical realism maybe going on.
Sort of, yeah. He doesn't
there
like.
isn't, but it hints at it.
Yeah, and I think he has actually gone on record as saying he doesn't like magical realism. Like, he's
Yeah.
just like not into it. So it doesn't appear in any of his movies.
I think he actually went on record and said, "I'll never make a movie like Jack Frost." I think that's explicitly what he said. But as you pitched in the premise, it's like we give you billions
Yes.
after this.
After this,
but
you get carte blanche.
must-
Yeah.
But you have to
must
make Jack
produce
Frost
this
first.
script. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
So De Niro as Jack Frost would be pretty good.
Pretty good.
Wouldn't be that different in terms of as a snowman. Genuinely would not be that different in terms of
Yeah.
performance.
No, that's true. For the snowman parts.
For the snowman
You're absolutely
parts, I
right.
mean,
yeah.
I've got button nipples. Can
But
you
what
milk me?
But what
From that famous Scorsese script.
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
here's the change. I don't think he's a blues musician.
Okay. Oh, okay.
What kind of because I think this is the key.
Yeah.
Still a musician though.
Still a musician.
Still a musician.
But not
Well,
a-
and Scorsese has a thing with like
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones. It would be like a Stones cover.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, or
would.
Oh.
he just wants it to be Mick Jagger. He's like, I insist it has to be actually Mick Jagger.
As the snowman.
Yeah.
He's like, I've always
Jack
wanted, I
Frost.
keep
Yep.
using his music. This character's a musician. I'm going to actually get Mick Jagger for this
Wow.
one.
Settles with Keith Richards.
Settles with Keith Richards.
I could see it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. It wouldn't be good.
No.
Like the-
Obviously
no,
not.
no,
David.
no,
Of course.
Like,
Come on.
has he ever made a movie that's cold?
Ooh, a movie that's cold.
Has he ever made a
Ooh.
movie in the cold?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know. Sure.
He's made a lot of movies. There's had to be. Well, Hugo. There's a lot of winter scenes.
You're right. Hugo again. The
Yeah, Hugo
closest
again.
equivalent.
Hugo again.
Hugo again.
Here we go again.
Let's see.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I mean, I think that could be fine. I think Scorsese's tone is
Well, because that's what I was
It's
thinking. Is like
so
all of his movies are
tough.
so fucking sweaty.
yeah.
His
Yeah.
movies are sweaty as shit.
So like when he's
Oh,
melting, it'd be
okay,
really
no,
intense.
actually,
We get
that's,
the melting
that's a
for
good
sure.
thing to lean
But he'd be
into.
basically melting like the whole time.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think that would be okay. I think that's what he would want. From
Yeah.
the director's perspective, the movie focuses much more on the snowman's existential dread, constant.
It's like a
dread.
ticking time of
Uh-huh.
sorts, where a
Like,
dripping
you
time.
know that guy's dying, and
Yeah.
it's just a matter of when and how. And there's so many shots of him like close and from above, and he's like always freaking out and like trying to seek the cold. It's
And
pretty stressful.
And during the transformation scene, instead of like spinning the camera around a bunch of times, it'll be that I can't remember the name of that shot, that tracking, like that dolly shot.
Oh,
where,
that
like,
very
zoom in-
specific one that he invented that
Yeah.
everyone like rips off. I can't remember.
Like
what
it
it's called
does that,
either.
and as soon as it gets to his face, he's just like eyes open and he's alive.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah,
alive.
he's
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah,
Fucking sweet, guys.
fucking sweet. I mean, it'd be kind of fun.
It'd be fun.
It'd be better than what we got.
I mean, it would have
It'd be
to
better than what
it
we
couldn't,
got.
it couldn't be much worse.
What about?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna switch gears a little bit.
Yeah.
To one of our favorite boys,
Mm-hmm.
Guillermo.
Guillermo. He might
Creepy,
actually get the
scary.
creature.
And that's the thing.
Him.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking Pan's Labyrinth vibes.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's got the
Because-
coals in the hands.
Coals in the hands, and he puts them on, puts them in his eyes, and he takes them out, and he has a big feast, lots of food in front of him. Looks like Mitch McConnell. Anyway,
or he like rises up out of the snow, which is a frozen form of water, and he falls in love with Sally Hawkins.
oh my God, that's a great ass.
The shape of frozen water.
Great, the shape of frozen water, exactly. As a great ass.
I do think that if Guillermo made it, he would fall back in love with, or they would get back together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
would figure out a way to make it work.
he
Love
would
and
care
monsters, man.
more about
Yeah.
the relationship between him and the wife. I think that
Yeah.
would probably be more interesting to him.
Or it wouldn't be clear, like in Pan's Labyrinth, whether the dad actually came back. That is the key. I think it would be very what's the word? What am I looking for?
It'd be,
besides
yeah, it'd
unclear?
be
Ambiguous?
Ambiguous. Thank
yeah,
you.
it'd be
That is the
ambiguous.
word. There it is.
Yeah.
That's the one. Thank you,
Snatched it
friend.
for you.
You snatched it. It would be ambiguous whether or not Jack was actually inhabiting that body or it was just Charlie's imagination.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie would be a little frustrated that people didn't see Jack because of convenient movie things that happen. The Jack would only appear maybe if it was extremely cold, or like the fawn kind of like shows up in the middle of the night, says some
Whenever he's
stuff, then
alone,
leaves.
yeah.
Yeah, when he's alone. But it is, and so I think he would lean more into that doubt than this movie does, which the movie really doesn't play with that idea at all.
I mean, no, it just continues. Well, everyone keeps thinking Charlie's crazy, but it doesn't
Yeah.
really go anywhere.
Yeah.
No, not really. I think that would be really cool.
That could be interesting.
Actually,
But yeah, again, like with the creature stuff, I feel like he would actually.
Yeah.
You say the coal in the eyes as like a funny thing because it would be kind of funny, but like Guillermo, if nothing else, loves to think about how creepy monsters actually move and would utilize the different parts of his limbs. This is This is a creature who can separate into 3 distinct body parts
Oh,
that can all
shit.
move independently of each other.
Yeah.
Has detachable arms. Made of wood that can he can reach out with one, can take his fucking eyes out and put them somewhere and potentially see with them still.
Yeah.
Like he would play with that a lot.
That's how he could have watched the hockey game without melting.
honestly,
yeah,
God
roll
damn
his
it.
eyes into the arena.
fucking Guillermo would have figured that out.
Yeah.
Guillermo would have figured that shit
He would have
out.
figured that shit
DT's
right
got
out.
it. What if? Okay, here's another thing that I think Guillermo would want to do. What if this dad sort of ends up having to be banished for a while because people see him and keep being freaked out by him, so he can't get to his kid? It's like a Frankenstein story almost. Where
Interesting.
And the
he-
torches are even more scary. Because
Ooh, true. He
yeah.
hates fire for a good reason.
The
Instead
whole
of
town comes together against this snowman who
Who's
just wants to see his
wants
son.
to see his kid, and then his kid finally breaks through. But what I was thinking is he has to live in that cabin. That cabin's still there, and he has to banish himself to the cabin and visit once a week and try to get a peek and not get seen by the angry townsfolk that hate him. And maybe there are other magical creatures that also their kids brought their dads back to life
Interesting.
as other sorts of, like, a scarecrow is there, and also like other sorts of like bodies that have been a statue, like a stone guy. You got a scarecrow. You got
like inanimate, but like
inanimate
semi-animate.
human forms that
have the
kids played
souls that
magical
kids-
instruments.
Wow,
to put
actually,
souls into.
that's kind of
and then
neat.
they have like
Yeah.
a little dad squad, and that's because basically Guillermo's not going to make a movie where he just gets to do one creature.
Oh no,
I mean,
No.
he has,
That's
but,
fair.
but no way.
he would prefer not to.
He would prefer not to. I bet he was like, "What if it was the shapes of water?"
There would also be so much more blood.
Yeah,
so much. Just
yeah, that's
somewhere
true.
along the way, there
Yeah.
would be a
Well, they're
lot.
playing
more
hockey,
blood.
that red ice.
Exactly.
A lot of kids would die in the hockey.
a
rink.
lot of kids would die in the hockey rink.
Yeah,
Um,
which
I-
I assumed did happen, but it was off.
it was off screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was off screen. And then they had the free skate afterwards to distract everyone from all the dead children.
Jeez.
I have an idea, and it's purely based on one movie.
Love that.
But I would be interested in seeing George Miller doing like a Mad Max style thing where it's he comes back as the snowman
In the desert.
and then everything that happens is in one fucking like race for him to like try to get to the mountain, and like the son is like trying to get him up there, the mom is chasing the son,
the sun is chasing all of them.
the
the like
the celestial sun.
oh yes, literally though they're
Yes.
racing against time because
Literally,
maybe it happens like it starts at dusk and they're like we have until like noon tomorrow when the sun's at its height. It's going to be too warm and you're going to melt.
He gonna die.
And so it's like they got to race, and then along the way they also have to bond, and then there's like some anger
Yeah,
about
but
like,
it's all on the journey.
and there's some
Yeah.
and there's some distrust because it's like you abandoned me, well I died, what was I supposed to do? And it's like, well, you should have stayed for Christmas.
You should have witnessed me.
You should have witnessed me, Dad. Dad, maybe you could have witnessed me.
And he's just like, well, you're mediocre.
Nice,
Yeah, exactly. And Morton Jack Frost.
amazing.
Yeah,
That could be cool.
Yeah,
That
I'd
could
watch
be cool. What's weird is what you just described could be seen as having Mad Max vibes or Ice Age vibes. It's hard to say.
unfortunately true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you were talking about, it's
Depressingly
like, wait,
true.
This is similar to that really good movie.
That
I saw that one
really
time.
good movie, Ice Age.
Which
Yeah.
Who directed that? Because let's get them in here.
That auteur, the auteur who directed Ice Age. Excuse me, Google, which
was George
auteur
Miller.
directed Ice Age?
Yeah.
I guess let's say of those three options. Let's just do that.
I like that. Yeah,
Of Scorsese
Guillermo, or George Miller
or George Miller.
in his Mad Max style.
Yes, like the Fury Road, the Jack
That's
Frost Fury
incredible.
Road.
That's so hard to picture. Like truly very hard
Yes,
to picture.
yes.
Amazing.
I also just like the idea that like he invents like there's a whole there's a snow species, like a snow person species, and they've got their own whole fucking language, they've got their own slang, they've got their own rules, their own law, and then he gets sucked into that world literally as a spirit, and he doesn't know any of that shit, and they're like pissed that he has invaded their society, and so he has to escape them too, so they're after him.
Oh my God. Yeah. You got to have multiple groups pursuing.
Oh yeah, there'd have to be a lot of people in
Man
chase.
without a country, man. I get it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Man.
Man.
Snowman without a country.
Country is better than no man without a country.
There it is. Wait. Which one do we want?
I want Guillermo. I think that one's
I kind of always default to
I
Guillermo. 'cause
know.
It's just
He
like,
just is a
Yeah.
good director, and
Just
I
so
like
good.
him a lot.
Yeah.
I
And he's
think-
always so happy.
I'm kind of talking myself
I think
into
you
this
would
Fury
like it.
Road one, but I think Guillermo would probably do it. The
I
best.
think the Fury Road one has potential if we really just bust open the world. And we're
Oh
like,
shit, would have to
listen,
get
we got-
real wild.
Yeah.
But then
that
again, so would
sounds-
the Guillermo one.
And so did Jack Frost.
that's true.
Like the movie did get pretty wild.
That's
So
100%
I
true.
don't think
There was
eliminating.
snowboards.
Yeah,
There
I
were
mean,
so
come
many
on.
snowboards.
It was pretty gnarly, and that kid did a trick.
That kid did do a trick.
I
He did a
saw
few.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he slalomed.
He slalomed. The child slalomed, everyone.
What a word, that word.
Slalomed.
It's like saying Gollum.
Slalomed. Let's do another context.
Make a superhero movie based on this movie.
Oh, hey,
Oh
so
my
we
God.
already kind of did that.
Make a superhero
off
movie
mic.
based on this movie. Yeah, we did. This is
Yeah.
perfect. We actually kind of already talked ourselves into this.
So how do we get this to become the Jack CU?
The Jack CU. Because, like, yeah, obviously this is... So in this movie, at the end... Do we say... Okay, actually,
Okay.
two ways we have to do this. Are we doing an origin story for Jack Frost superhero? Or is the end of this movie, instead of him going to the afterlife...
Yeah, wherever.
Yeah.
Or wherever, yeah.
They don't specify.
Probably
which
for
is
the best. That they're
probably
not.
for
That
the-
they don't get into that weeds.
Probably for the best, but also completely unrealistic because that would be 100% like the first thing I would
Hey,
ask.
hold on. Where were you for the last year?
Hey, what's
Tell
up?
me about that.
And where are you going now? Anyway, or is it he stays as a snowman and then Nick Fury comes and recruits him into the Snowvengers?
I mean, why not both? You saying an origin story movie or
That's true.
He
It
gets
could be both.
recruited?
Yeah,
It could be
like-
both. You're
feels
right.
like
It could be
both.
both. But I was just trying to say, like, do we want to keep this movie as it is as part of the canon of this character?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or would we want to just remake this movie entirely?
So, what is the prompt exactly?
It's make this into a superhero movie.
Okay. Okay.
So technically, I'm suggesting this would be the first
Like the
movie, and then the
first
sequel would be him as a
movie.
superhero.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
is the real superhero the kid that fucking brought a dead person back to life?
Honestly,
No.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
Okay. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah. Kid with magic harmonica is the real superhero.
The necromancer.
Yes.
This child.
the Reanimator.
The Reanimator. This child
Oh my God.
inadvertently discovers that he has the power to bring back the dead, people who died maybe in tragic circumstances, but they have to be brought back in a way that reflects something about the way that they died.
And they wear the hat that they were wearing when they died.
They also have to wear the
they have
hat.
to be they have to be made out of snow and wear some of the clothes that they actually
It's
wear when they die.
okay.
Really specific.
Really specific.
But
I mean, honestly, if
fair,
you're
though-
bringing people back from the dead,
Yeah.
you want those powers to be narrow.
and like that's not that hard. Like you can
That's
probably,
not that hard.
You can make a snowman and find out what they with some of the stuff that they were wearing when they died and put it on there and
that
toot on
that
the
part's
harmonica.
not that hard.
That's not that hard.
Bringing them back from the dead would be
Yeah.
pretty hard.
But like if that's all I need to do, like if you told me, David, necromancy is possible, all you have to do, make a snowman, put a fucking hat and a scarf on it from your dead dad, and your dad's back.
Yeah.
and like play
That's
your
actually
harmonica.
not as hard as I would expect.
but keeping that snowman around, that's the tricky part.
That's the tricky
and
part.
that's the context of the central conflict of this movie.
Yeah.
But so okay,
And that's actually the tagline too. Necromancy is easy. What isn't easy is keeping your dad around when he's a snowman.
so okay. Let's
Necromancy's
think about it like
better than
this.
Necro-
Here's an idea. So he
Yeah, yeah,
like
mhm.
he or she. We can make it a daughter, but we'll say in the context of this movie, it's Charlie.
It's Charlie
Boy,
Frost.
Charlie
Charlie Snow, Charlie and the chocolate.
Charlie Frost.
Charlie Frost.
Charlie Frost is able to reanimate the dead in snowman form.
Yep.
However,
Snow
he's-
person form.
snow person form. Excuse me. But when he's bringing them back, if we're following the logic of this movie, it's just normal people who died, who their souls are getting sucked into these snow bodies.
Yeah.
Totally.
So what,
cool.
he can't necessarily get them to do what he wants them to do.
Right.
Like
Right.
his power isn't I can create an army of snow people.
But he can threaten them with a hairdryer.
Shit,
Yeah,
he can't
yeah.
threaten them with a hairdryer.
And
though.
so can everyone.
So can everyone, yeah.
So this is more like a super villain story. This child is sucking souls out of heaven, putting them in snow bodies, threatening them, and making snow slaves to do
Yeah.
his bidding.
Removing them from paradise and putting them in a cold prison.
A cold prison.
so that he can finish his unfinished business with them.
Yes,
It's pretty weird.
and they can't do anything about it without
that's
melting.
the key. Is if we're gonna make a superhero movie about it, why is he bringing anyone back that's not his dad?
Right.
That is the.
There's got to be some sort of
crux.
threat that he's
It's the
fighting against.
crux,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Or something he's trying to accomplish
Yeah.
with all of these people.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets so fulfilled. It starts as a superhero movie. He gets so fulfilled with reuniting with his dad, loving it, having a great adventure on the slope, splitting the sled in half, and they both do tricks, and then they meet up at the bottom, and he's like, "Wow, I love this. I love my dad." I wish every kid could meet their dead dad. I wish that bully could meet his dead dad too. I'm gonna go ask that bully what his dad was wearing before that bully was alive. So it doesn't work, doesn't check out every time, but we're gonna.
Yeah, well, but in this case, we're fudging the movie a little bit.
We're fudging.
But we don't know for sure if the bully's dad's dead. But I guess for the purposes
Not
of this,
there.
we should assume.
Yes,
We can assume.
let's assume that.
Let's assume.
Let's
we
just
can assume he's
his
dead.
dad's dead.
Look at it.
Hey, look at him. Let's just assume that kid's dad's dead.
I think then he tries to do it for that guy, and
Yeah.
maybe it goes well a couple times, and then it starts going maybe not as well.
Maybe he brings back that kid's dead and his dead dad, and his dad was a death row inmate who was like a serial killer.
I was gonna say, and his dad
Yes.
sucks.
his
and
dad
is
is
the
like,
villain.
is like fully evil,
And we
Absolutely.
merged the two different Jack Frost movies.
Yes, and so now
Hell yeah.
good Jack Frost
Yep.
has to fight evil snow person who is
Yep.
basically the evil Jack.
Yeah,
Frost.
with the
Godzilla versus
holographic cover on the VHS that would
It's
go from a regular
terrifying.
snowman to a demon evil snowman.
Pretty
Yeah.
scary. That
honestly the
cover
scariest
would
part
be-
about that movie is
The scariest part about going to Blockbuster, man. Like,
Yeah, I never did
It's
again.
true.
That's why they've been out of business. That movie was too
that's
scary.
exactly why.
Nobody wanted to go there. It was too scary. That
Yeah,
movie
that's
was in
actually
there.
not bad.
No,
I
that's
mean it's
kinda
bad,
cool.
but it's
Yeah.
it's like it's
I don't know if it necessarily counts as a superhero movie.
well, what counts as a superhero?
That's a
these
good
days?
question.
I mean,
I
it's
guess
like
that
such a
kinda does.
broad.
Yeah,
term.
yeah.
yeah, who are we, Scorsese?
I think I like that a lot, and I want to know how it could be, because my favorite part about any superhero movie is the end where Nick Fury comes and says we're putting together a team,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they get adopted.
He's a snowman
in.
with an eye
So
patch.
Nick Fury dies, but the kid brings it back, and
Yes.
he's like, "I'm putting
Hang
you
on.
together."
Hang on a second.
Hang on a second.
But actually, though.
okay,
But actually, though. So, okay. He realizes that this whole snow power thing, like bringing people back from the dead, it's too much. It's too dangerous. There's too many things that can go wrong. It's not worth it to mess with life and death. He says goodbye to Snow Dad. He has no dad.
yeah.
And
which is worse than having Snow Dad.
but then somewhere else in the
Canonically
MCU,
worse.
yes, that's true. Somewhere else in the MCU, Nick Fury has died, and the Avengers need something that he knew, that only he knew, and they need it to save the universe. And they only know one person who can bring someone's soul back from the dead. And it's this child. Or I could be
As
an
a
adult.
snowman, though.
But like brings Nick Fury back, and they're like,
So they come
how,
back,
how does it work? How
eye
does
patch
this-
in hand, yeah.
Yeah, they come to him. They're like, they've got his eye patch. They're like, we heard you can raise the dead. How do you do it? And he has to be like, well, do you have any snow? Because it's like summer. But like they go to they get some fucking snow. He makes the snow fury, and then Nick Fury comes back as a snowman, and then we get a whole bunch of hijinks there. Yes,
Nick Fury.
thank you. Thank you for
Yeah, we
this.
can
Thank you.
kiss.
Thank you.
Just had to.
Yes.
No, yes, thank you. Thank you.
You said it once, and I was like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, so Nick Fury.
Nick Fury's back, and then the MCU just continues.
And then the MCU just
Yeah.
continues, and then he doesn't. They want to keep him around because he's Nick Fury. He's a he's a useful
God.
person.
Freaking Stark can figure out how to keep him cold.
Oh,
It's
100%.
fine.
Iron Man would build him a cold
Yeah,
suit.
exactly. It'd be fine.
Different context, but since Marvel's owned by Disney and Disney works with McDonald's, they could bring Nick Flurries into the mix.
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
god,
can order a Nick Flurry at McDonald's.
that's incredible.
So we already got our tie-ins for when this movie does get made.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, we're crushing it right now.
4D chess, baby.
4D chess. Good Jack Frost versus evil Jack Frost, because the kid tried to help his bully friend, and his bully friend's dad was a serial killer.
And his bully friend is like,
Pretty
oh my God.
awesome,
Like,
actually.
that's pretty traumatizing for him. But
Yeah.
the bully friend, they work together.
Uh-huh.
They figure out, it's like, and you could still make it a kid's version of this. Like,
what was that kid's name? Like Rory McShambles?
it was Rory.
It was not, but it was something like pretty
No, it was like,
wild.
I think it was Rory, but I can't remember what his last name was.
Yeah, it sounded like someone from Mad Max. Is what I remember thinking. Is like, I don't know about that. That was pretty cool. No, I'm very into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then it turns out that the little girl who knew a lot about prison statistics was like a plant from S.H.I.E.L.D. who was in the town because they suspected something was going on.
Yeah, she's like the fucking, I can't remember her name from Winter Soldier, but the one that's supposed to be looking after Steve Rogers.
She's just keeping an eye on this kid who can raise the dead. Yeah,
I think we nailed it.
I think we nailed. Honestly,
Yeah.
not the worst pitch we've ever made.
Pretty
No.
cool.
Let's do another context.
Spin-offs.
Hey, spin-offs.
Hey, spin-offs.
Hey, spin-offs.
Hey, spin-offs. There are a lot of side characters in this movie who just disappear for long stretches
Yeah.
of time and have their own shit going on.
So like
Or forever.
when Michael Keaton dies,
Right.
he was arguably the Freddie Mercury of that band.
Oh,
So we follow the
justified.
movie that what's his face from Queen wanted to do.
Brian May.
Brian May wanted to do, and like show the story of that band after the person that everybody cared about was gone.
Yeah. The version of that movie that Brian May wanted to make, which was Freddie Mercury dies halfway through, and then the rest of it is about what Queen did after Freddie Mercury died, because that's the most interesting story to make a movie about.
Yeah. So this is what happens when Jack Frost dies and the Jack Frost band moves on.
To be honest, it's almost like that, but for his son.
Yeah.
Like, if you change it from the band to his son, that's what the movie just is.
Yeah, that's true.
Not wrong.
But with a magical snowman.
With a magical snowman, yeah.
Yes, of course.
He is there.
So yes, a movie about the Jack Frost band coming back together after its named member
Yep.
dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they keep the name, you think?
I think they just call themselves the band. Nope, that's been done.
Nope, that's been done.
The band.
The Frost Band,
The Frost.
Frost band.
because they put them on ice.
Oh. The Frost Band, because we put him on ice. Our former band leader, that guy, he died.
He
It's
died.
all in the lights.
Please come to our show.
Please come to our show, please. Please.
We're so sad. Please come to our show.
come to our show.
We got that Lambert fella,
Aw.
Adam Lambert.
Oh, yeah, just I see.
And
that
they
was
also get him.
There we go. That's a good Queen pull, because I forgot about that until you just said that. Yeah. So, genuinely though,
Yeah.
you could make a feel good movie about like a band of sort of like they're middle age. They're like 30s, 40s. These who've just been trying to make it in the industry, and they finally got this close to their big break. And then the person who was like the linchpin of their whole thing dies, and now they have to figure something else out.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
like trying to struggle to get their dreams back on
Yeah,
track.
that's
and
actually compelling.
slash
Yeah, I like that.
learning to live with what's left for them after, like learning that maybe that dream wasn't like it would have only been valuable if they were actually together, and the dream on for each of them on their own or even without that one piece is somewhat hollow, and they can find something else to
Yeah.
fulfill them afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like dating the wife of the guy who died.
Exactly.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely banging the wife of your dead friend.
Yeah.
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 Good. And
Good.
hoping that
Good.
dead friend, crossing your
Good.
fingers that dead friend doesn't come back as a snowman. 'Cause, what a bummer that would be. am I right? Wow.
All right, so let's talk about the next character and why it's Henry Rollins' character.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Henry
That
Rollins'
guy.
character is
Mighty Ducks?
super fascinating.
Yeah, Mighty Ducks. But
I
like the
mean-
team that the Mighty Ducks plays the first movie.
Yes.
the
yes.
scariest Mighty Ducks ripoff. it's like Slapshot for kids.
Yeah.
It's just like a
Yeah.
really shitty team with a coach who takes it way too seriously, and everything that could go wrong does go wrong. And because it starts going wrong, he learns how to have fun again.
Yeah, brings in some goons.
Yeah, he brings in some goons, some like rough and tumble kids
Oh
from
my
another
God.
school, and they end up being such a nuisance that everything, but it actually makes them good, but their violent tendencies cause him to reevaluate what he's doing. Again, I keep making these into like feel good movies.
Yeah.
and I'm trying not to with this
Okay,
one.
well, I don't know why, but my brain really, I just want to play this thought experiment out.
Please
So
do.
this coach
Mhm.
is like, I'm so mad. You don't play hard enough. I hate hockey. I'm mad at a lot of things in my life. And convinces these kids to go out there and just fight. Like the kids are like, we're bad at hockey though. And he's like, but we got to fuck them up. We hate those Devils, right? And the kid's like, we do hate those Devils. And it's like, well, I'm going to teach you how to fight. Practices now are not about hockey anymore. They're about killing. they're about stabbing,
Just like
and
full
fighting,
violence
and like
games.
actual violence.
Yeah.
And like they just go out there and like start sort of subtly like just beating the other
At
team
first,
up.
just being like extra aggressive,
just extra
and then
aggressive,
just escalates.
checking a lot, and then like the kids actually start getting kicked out of the league, go to juvie because one of them did bring a knife.
So
into
this is like Cobra Kai
it's-
on ice.
Yeah,
Nice.
like I
Cobra
think
Kai.
Cobra Kai. I think
I hope that's not
I
problematic.
and I don't know.
It's one of those words where I'm like, I don't think that's a thing, but it feels like it could be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway,
But and the reason I wanted to do that is where does that go? Where does Mighty Ducks, but the coach convinces them to be really violent, go? Like what happens?
I mean, to prison.
Yeah, to
Sounds
prison.
that's what I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say.
it's
Is
a
like what
prison.
do they end up? They all end up in prison.
Yeah.
and it's sad. Like that's no fun. that's not a good movie.
But if the bully kid gets like on the team, he could be reunited with his dad in jail. Because I always assuming that's where his dad was.
So
That-
maybe
that's pretty fun.
So maybe it's about how like all these kids, they're gonna go to jail and it's gonna suck, but at least they're gonna go together.
Yep.
and they found
And
each
it's
other.
like a dark comedy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it-
yeah.
like
I
there
think
are
if you
enough
lean into
movies
it
that
like
are
a
like
dark
that.
comedy,
Yeah.
where like it is fun and not scary that
It's
these
like-
kids are beating each other
It's
up.
like a
lot.
bad
Take out their
news
space
bear.
and
It's
stabbing
like,
each other.
it's like a very violent bad news.
Yeah, like the
bears.
worst news bears.
the worst news. bears.
Absolutely, you better sit down to get this news bears. Like your whole family just died bears. Like it's bad. It is not good. That Alexander's no good, terrible,
Very bad
feel
bears.
bad, very bad bears. Or what? How does that book go? Something like
I
that.
don't know. That's fucking
Feel
good,
bad,
though.
very bad. I'm pretty sure that.
very
bad, very bad.
Pretty sure that was in there.
Oh fuck.
Okay. Anyway, so a different character that
Yeah,
we might be able to spin.
I would
off.
be.
Do you have one?
I honestly want to see a movie where that little girl goes on like a social justice mission in the town to like she goes on like a full prison reform.
Yes.
Like, and it's inspirational, but like funny too. It's like she puts a petition out and the adults think she's just a joke, but then it gains steam and it gets on like the news and then it gets on the national news and suddenly it starts this whole movement and she's this like precocious little girl who's like, man, we should make prisons better, and everyone's like, oh, you're so cute, and she's like, no, but actually do it. And they do because she's a little white girl and everyone listens to her.
Just like Greta. Everyone
I was just gonna
listened
say,
to her.
Just- wait.
wait.
Yeah, what are you saying, Christian?
God damn it, what have I done?
You're right. Everyone
I've just made
listens to her.
Greta again.
You made Greta, but for prisons.
For prison Greta.
Make America Greta again.
Aw.
You're gonna
Honestly,
regret it.
Oh no.
Honestly, if I could make all of America Greta Thunberg, we'd be in a
Sure,
much better
we'd be
position.
okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no arguments there.
I guess we solved that one.
Yep.
I guess we
No,
solved that
no,
one.
I do like that idea. I think who's the opposition? That's what I want to know. Like in this spinoff is like her like what the next year or something.
Yeah.
You know, the Jack Frost business is behind us.
Jack Frost is
Long gone. It's a myth lost to time. you know. People still tell the tale of Charlie and pulling the snowman around, how it might have been his dad, it might not have been. The mom can't confirm or deny. She kind of just winks when people ask her about it. She's like, I don't know.
I'm gonna let you think my son's crazy.
Yeah, maybe. I won't stand up for him. Ha ha ha. That'll be good
I mean,
for
it
his
could be
self-esteem.
it could be Henry Rollins as like
Okay.
he's coddling the bullies, and she has already made that point that bullies make up 75% of their prison
Yeah.
population, and she obviously doesn't like bullies and she doesn't like prisons, and he's like, I guess no, he would probably be on her side at that point.
Yeah,
Now that I've
right.
said that, now that I've walked myself into that,
Yeah.
maybe it's Dweezil Zappa, the fucking snowplow driver, for no
Yeah,
real
that
reason.
guy.
He's just
like,
mad.
I love prisons.
He just loves prisons. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the juxtaposition that's always fun is we didn't really get to see this city's like government, which is odd. Usually in
It's
a Christmas
bullshit, really.
movie, yeah, like show me some transparency for God's sake. I don't even know who's in charge. But
Who's running this goddamn
There's
town? There's
usually-
fucking
Seriously.
snowmen and shit.
Unbelievable.
when you think about it, though,
Literally unbelievable.
Literally unbelievable.
there's always a mayor or a governor, even.
Especially when there's like a whole town festival. There's usually somebody at
There's
something
always
like
some
that.
kind of head figure that's like a
Yeah.
cameo.
It's
of
like
some
we have
kind.
to have this father and son snow building competition.
And they cut the ribbon on the snowbuilding competition.
Sorry,
it's,
sorry.
It's great. The mayor and the mayor's son. The
mayor and the mayor's son.
it's weird that person wasn't there, and I think it would be that person. And they're making money on the prison, of course, because that's
yes,
the game.
there's like the main business near the town
yeah.
because it's kind of like a small town in the mountains. Like their economy seems mostly tourism based, but maybe instead of tourism,
incarcerating bullies.
there's a private prison
Yeah.
nearby, and that's
Totally.
that's where they make most of their bread. So to
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah. It's a job creator, and
It's a job creator.
These people
God.
did bad things, so they should be in jail.
And this is in Colorado, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So this could be
Weed.
the story of like how weed became legalized because
Oh
this
my
little girl
God.
started
it's
this movement that
inadvertent.
took like
just
15
as a like
years
reach
do.
out to bullies thing,
Yeah.
but then actually
And then it
transforms
becomes
into
snowballs into something else. Snowballs.
oh,
You guys, we're doing this. We're fucking
you
doing
said
this.
the word snowballs, and that means it works.
It means it works,
That
guys, because
means
there's
it
snow
works.
in this movie.
Because there's snow in it. You did it. That means you did it.
Amazing.
Thank you for listening to Contextual Deviants. Sorry. Thank you for listening to Contextual Deviants. My name is Christian Hagen. This has been, we totally did it, you guys. We did an entire episode about the movie Jack Frost.
Yeah, and they said we could.
They said we couldn't do it. We proved them wrong. Apologies to all of you who've listened to this. I'm just kidding. I don't apologize. I'm actually proud.
Yeah,
How
you
about
should
that?
be.
How about that? I'm
Hey,
proud of this.
I accept that.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening, and we've just got time for a few more things before we wrap up there for the holiday season. And those would be things like, I don't know, David. Do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Well, first, I think it's really important that we make sure that but more because we remember, but like the audience might not remember. What did we talk about today? What are the contexts? That
Right.
We did?
Thank you.
Because I think it's just really important.
Okay,
Yeah.
not only
that
did
we
I
make
forget the
sure-
context, I forgot the bit
I
where
know.
we forget the
Yeah, like,
context.
you really leaned
really
right past
lost
it.
that one.
So we do need to talk about the dirty work that we've done today.
We did
Yeah,
some
the
dirty
dirty
work. We
work.
got into some dirt. We imagined if different directors had made it.
That's a good point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We made it a superhero movie.
That's right, we did.
We talked about how sad it could be if it ended in different ways, and some of them were pretty
I
sad.
honestly forgot the saddest ending.
Yeah,
And then,
I'm
of
really
course-
glad you said that one.
And then, of course, we did the spin-offs.
Hey, look.
Hey,
We did it.
See, those were the 4, and I don't know why we're like so excited because we remember it every time, so it's no big deal.
Yeah, it's never a stretch.
It's never weird or difficult.
No.
Yeah, it's never
Yeah.
hard.
I'd like to plug.
Yeah.
I'm on another podcast. It's called Hypotheticast, and right now there's only like 4 episodes of the Hypotheticast left for you.
Wow.
4 new episodes of the Hypotheticast. If you haven't heard of it already,
There's a
like
whole bunch.
200 something episodes for you. So
Yeah.
like, go get them.
If you're waiting
up.
If you're waiting for the end, time to binge.
It's time,
time to
go.
binge,
Yeah,
baby.
the time is now. Catch up. I don't know. It's fun. Go listen to it.
Yeah. When's the finale where you're doing all what would you
Oops,
rather?
All Would You Rathers will be. It will air on December 29th,
What's the cutoff date for sending in would you rather's?
December 8th. So soon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This
Soon.
episode will probably be out after that. So
So sorry,
sorry.
you missed it.
Wow. Well, it's sad. It's the end of an
Yeah,
era.
it's the end of an era. It
Yeah.
is going out with a big old
A
bang.
big old bang.
Yeah, like we're gonna have sex on air.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
We always promised that we would, and finally, our eyes wide shut in it.
Wow.
Nice.
You know what I love about you guys is you give the people what they want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and what we want. Bond, do you have anything?
No,
to plug?
we give the people what we want.
we give the people what we want.
We give the people what we want. You guys give the people what they
that's-
want. That's why your show does better than ours.
We give the people what we want is the American government. That's like, yeah, the people. We want them to want this.
The people.
Oh my God, Bond, tell me. Tell me what's happening.
Nothing to plug. I honestly don't really think I have anything to recommend either. Things
Oh,
are bleak,
no.
guys.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
stuff's bad.
And honestly, it's a combination of that, and then also like, literally, like the last 2 times I've said like Dropout, Dimension 20, like that's all I've been watching. Like, there's not really. I mean, I watched that Kevin Smith Masters of the Universe show Part 2. That's some silly fun. It's not something I would normally bring up, but for lack of anything else to talk about, it's a fun time. And it's silly and goofy and fun to look at. So
Masters of the Universe.
watch Masters of the Universe, I guess, on Netflix. Christian, how about you?
That counts as something.
That counts as something.
That
I mean,
counts as-
nobody's forcing me to do this, so I didn't really have to bring anything, but I guess I'll say that.
Yeah, you know what? though?
Yeah.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Well, folks, I've been saying it for months, but my Best of the 2021 playlist is actually very close to being done, by which I mean there are 101 songs. I have to pick one song to drop. I've got the cover art, and then I just need to do a quick write-up for it. By the time this episode drops, I'm confident in saying my 2021 playlist, where I take 100 songs and put them in a listening order to create a mixtape that you can listen to from beginning to end. No shuffle. The songs are meant to flow together.
Shuffle.
It takes all year to do it. It will be ready for you to listen to on my Spotify profile. Just look for me, Christian Hagen, or by my username AudioSuede, which I found out recently actually does work again.
It does work.
It stopped working, and
Thanks,
now it does
Spotify.
again.
So cool.
So cool, Spotify, with your updates and stuff. Thanks for the Wrapped. So that I don't know why I sounded so like dismissive. Thanks for the Wrapped. Thanks for the thing that I actually enjoy.
So accurate.
But yeah, so that's a thing I work really hard on, and it literally is for no other reason than just to share stuff that I liked, and share it in a way that's more thoughtful than just it's not random, I really want to put some thought into it to just let you hear things in a different way than you would otherwise.
It really is a nice gift every year.
I appreciate
it.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's like it's an organic farmers market style Spotify Wrapped. That's what it is. It's local, buy local.
Yeah, head to his booth.
Head to my booth. Head to my booth. Guys, head to my booth. I gotta say that it's exactly what I was. It's such a weird expression that we just made. Man, head to my booth.
Swear to God.
Yeah, swear to God. Head to my booth. Swear to God.
But that's probably going to be, by the time this episode is up, that's probably going to be there, huh?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep. And you'll be able to find it. And let me know if you like it or not, or if there's tell me if you don't. Honestly, tell me if you don't. Tell me if you don't. Please. Please tell me.
I dare you.
I fucking dare you. No. I've guaranteed that something bad will happen. Oh no, what have I done? Oh no, I can't walk it back now. There's no way I can edit this out.
Oh no.
Well, I guess before I make the holidays any bleaker, let's go to the final one, probably for the year, because I don't know when we're going to be able to record next before the end of 2021. Taking us to our jingle jangle good time final moments. David, did you have any final thoughts you'd like to leave us with?
Jingle, jingle.
Ho, ho, ho.
Why does the war oversee my general father?
Thank you for listening to Contextual Deviance. You can find more information about us online at our website, contextualdeviance.wordpress.com. You can tweet at us at TextDeviance. You can email us at contextualdeviance@gmail.com. Thanks to Minneapolis' own The Badman for the use of their song Gun Tonic off the album Ain't Clean. This has been Contextual Deviance. My name is Christian Hagen, and have a nice day. Have a nice day!